Rockweed is a seaweed that's well known to beach walkers along Maine's rocky coasts. It attaches to rocks with a holdfast, a root-like structure.
This can be up to 400 years old, almost like as if it were a redwood tree. Conserving seaweed habitat is important because the species that use that habitat are fundamental for ecosystem function and also for preservation of commercial fisheries.
Rockweed provides important ecosystem services at every stage of its existence. At high tide, rockweed is an underwater forest with a canopy just like a forest of trees has on land, and it provides habitat for over 100 different species. When the tide goes out, rockweed provides a buffer against extreme environmental conditions on the shore, such as hot sun beating down on cold water tide pools.
When the rockweed breaks off and washes to shore, it washes up on a beach and creates a rack line that lots of people will be familiar with.
Crustaceans move into that rack line, providing an important food source for shorebirds.
The last stage is when the rockweed breaks down, and at this point, it's actually delivering important nutrients back into the ecosystem.
An industry has developed around harvesting rockweed for use as fertilizer. Harvesters claim that the business is sustainable as they cut the weed 16 inches above the holdfast, and the plants may eventually regrow.
When you cut this seaweed 16 inches from the holdfast, you're removing a lot, if not all, of the canopy structure.
It's the canopy that provides cover for juvenile fish and other species in the rockweed beds. When you harvest rockweed, you're actually removing habitat for a lot of other organisms in the rest of the ecosystem. Over 16 million pounds of rockweed were taken from the Maine coast in 2013. To know whether the current level of rockweed cutting is sustainable, we need to have a far more complete understanding of all the ecosystem services that an intact rockweed forest provides. We simply don't yet have the scientific information to determine whether or not rockweed harvesting is ecologically sustainable.